Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for following along with Faith-Filled Footsteps. Let's pretend for just a minute that you are colorblind. You don't see the world the same way that the people around you do. Maybe your friends see it differently than you, family sees it differently than you, even some other people who have color blindness see it differently than you. Maybe you look at the sky and everyone says, the sky is blue. The blue that you see might actually be green or red. And you don't know that it's different. Because someone says blue, you look up, it's blue because you associate it with blue, but what you're really seeing is red. Going about your life thinking that the sky is red, it's really blue, and one day you're hanging out with a group of friends, you're in class, you're somewhere, and someone says, point to that sign over there. Point to that sign and tell me what color it is. It's a stop sign that is red with white letters, but let's just say the color of it is red. So all your friends point at it and they say, that's a stop sign and it is red. When you point at it, you say, that's a stop sign and it's purple. Because you see purple. And your friends are like, what? No, that's not purple. That's a red sign. So you're like, okay, maybe I should go to the doctor because I'm not seeing the way I should be seeing. I don't see the world the way my friends are seeing it, so I need to figure out why. So you go to the doctor, they send you to the optometrist, your optometrist tests you. Turns out you are colorblind. The reason you don't see the world the same way as everyone else is because your eyes aren't functioning the way that everybody else's eyes are functioning. Doctor puts in a prescription for you, you go pick it up, and it's a pair of glasses, okay? It's a pair of glasses that helps you see color the way that everybody else around you sees color. So you go to your doctor and you put on these brand new glasses, you put them on, and all of a sudden, the sky is blue and it's really blue. The red stop sign is really red and the grass is really green. For the first time in your life, you are seeing the world the way the world is meant to be seen. For the first time ever, everything makes sense. Now you know why your friends were so baffled that you didn't say the stop sign was red. Because the stop sign is red, but it wasn't for you. And now it is. Now you're finally seeing the world in the way it's meant to be seen. And that's what a come to Jesus moment feels like. Come to Jesus moment feels like finally accepting the way you were viewing things isn't the way that things maybe should have been viewed. It's finally seeing things for what they are. And that's exactly what happened to me. I want to share with you one of my favorite Bible verses in Proverbs. So if you have a Bible, go ahead and open it up with me. And I want to share with you Proverbs 3, verses 5 through 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your path straight. I did that for the longest time, my whole life. I was the lukewarmest of the lukewarm. Maybe God exists. Maybe he doesn't exist. Maybe Jesus really did die for our sins. Maybe he didn't. That's what I kept telling myself. I kept telling myself that it was okay that maybe this didn't happen. Maybe that didn't happen. It's okay that I don't know and I don't necessarily believe, but maybe I believe, or maybe I only believe when it's convenient for me. And then one day, it all just rushed over me. And I trusted in the Lord with all my heart. I didn't try to understand the world for what it was by myself. I prayed to God. I found Jesus. I submitted to him, and he has indeed made my path straight. Things have been falling into place ever since I found God. And, I thought I knew him, but I didn't, because I didn't try to have a relationship with him. I never tried. I didn't care to. I thought, God, if you're real, that's great. And God, if you're not real, all right, But that's not good. That's not the way to do it. That is not okay. That's not how we get into heaven. We don't get into heaven by saying, if God's real, then I believe, but if he's not, then I don't care. No. Let me share another Bible verse with you in the book of John. Gosh, and if you haven't read the Gospels, you really, really need to, because they are so good. John 14, verse 6. Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you really know me, you will know my Father as well. From now on, you do know him, and you have seen him. I found Jesus. I know for a fact. I know for a fact that I am going to spend eternity in heaven with my King, with Jesus Christ. I know that that's where my eternity lies because I have submitted my life to Christ. I found God. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed to have the peace that I have now. I found it through Jesus Christ, through God, through prayer. It's been beautiful, guys. I have to tell you, in a true, devoted, God-fearing, super in it believer for only 4 months. And if I can feel this way after just 4 months, if you find God, imagine how you're going to feel in 10 years. Imagine how you're going to feel in 90 years. Imagine how you're going to feel for the rest of your life. Find God and you submit to him. I didn't find God until February of this year, 2024. I didn't know him, not truly, not until then. I went to church because I'm living with my in-laws, and it was the right thing to do. They are such amazing, such God-fearing, such true Christians. And so I went with them, and my father-in-law, he was a greeter one morning, and I walked through the doors, and he introduced me to the other greeter. He shook my hand because we were being all goofy, and he said, this is my daughter-in-law, Danielle. And I can't tell you, well, I can tell you exactly why. That shook me to my core, and my heart exploded. Because for the first time in my life, I felt wanted and chosen. And for the first time, it seemed like I wasn't just my husband's wife. I wasn't just Christian's wife. I wasn't just someone who married someone who was in this family. I was in this family, and someone loved me because they wanted to. Not because they had to, not because it's blood relation, not because they're my husband. I was chosen, I was wanted, I was loved. The pastor who, tell me this isn't crazy, my current pastor is best friends with my youth pastor. I was in high school. My youth pastor from youth group is best friends with my current pastor. Tell me that's not God working. Tell me that's not God putting all the connections together and drawing me back to him by putting me right in front of someone who knows someone else that I know, and I'm with God now. Isn't that crazy, bonkers, wacko? So I listened to that sermon that really, really resonated with me. I went home with my family, my husband and his brothers and his parents, and we played baseball, and they made me feel included, and I felt even more solidified in the fact that I am a part of this family. So the next day, I started my day with journaling and listening to worship music. I can look back and see the exact moment where I accepted Jesus into my life. I have a journal entry that says, I want to strengthen my relationship with Jesus. I want to find God. Maybe if I do that, I'll find the peace I've been searching for. And if I'm wrong, then so be it. But nothing can go wrong. It can only go up from here. If I believe in Jesus Christ and I find out that I'm wrong, I'm not hurting anything, I'm not losing anything, I'm just gaining hope. From that moment on, I have been on fire for my God. I've been on fire for Jesus Christ. I have a job at my church, and I go to church every week. Something I never thought I would ever say, ever. But here I am. loving God, reading the Bible, sharing Jesus with whoever watches this. I never in a million years would have thought that this would be my life and I would find this peace and this happiness and be such on fire. But I am, and it's beautiful, and I hope you can find this passion that I'm feeling. I'll share one more Bible verse with you. It's from Peter 1, chapter 2, verse 21. To this you were called, because Christ suffered for you, leaving you an example that you should follow in his steps. Jesus died for me. Jesus died for you. Jesus died for all of us, for all of our sins. And the best way that we can honor Jesus is by following in his footsteps, by doing things he would do. That saying, what would Jesus do? That's real. What would Jesus do? If Jesus wouldn't do it, don't do it. Don't do something that Jesus wouldn't do. Follow in his footsteps. If you don't have a Bible, I'm gonna link one below. It's cheap. It's fantastic. If you don't have a Bible, you should really get one. Open it, read it, talk to God, pray, talk to Jesus. I never thought that I would find God, but I did. And that means you can too. And I hope that you do. I really hope that you do.